Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Channeled Messages, and it is Friday. Thank goodness. TGIF, right? It's the end of the week, and a lot is happening. You could see what the Supreme Court did. First of all, before I get into it, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are managing your stress well. I hope you are focused on your healing path, coping through the chaos that the, chaotic energy we have to deal with. I'm doing okay. I'm doing well, actually. It's really late because I been having a little bit chaotic energy the past day or so. Doing a lot, but things I enjoy, actually. Getting back into some writing I've been doing. It's been really good. But anyway, I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well. We're going to channel today. We're going to channel again Edgar Cayce because I feel very connected to him. I still didn't ask if he was one of my spirit guides. I don't know. I feel very, very connected and locked in with him and his energy. I don't know if it's because I feel like I'm on the same wavelength as him. Okay. And so, I want to talk to him I want to channel him about what's going on in our country with our justice system, and some other things. And I'm also going to channel the tarot card Justice. Okay. Because why not, considering the news we got today? And I said, when I read on this, I said, it feels very dissatisfying. I think I said they won't, but it didn't feel like a solid, like he wouldn't win this thing, but it didn't feel solid. It felt dissatisfying. So here we are. Anyway, before we start, I just want to say everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only, for informational purposes only. Everything said here is alleged, even in the comments, okay? All right, so I want to the energetically things feel. I saw, I don't know. I saw the news. Someone had commented, and then I saw that the Supreme Court voted in his favor, and so he could basically just ignore the process and sign any, whatever. It's not whatever, but I don't need to explain what you guys know what's happening. Okay, so there's a lot of, energetically it feels, for me, I don't feel upset. I don't, for some reason, I feel very calm. When I saw this, I just was like, okay, we have to focus on our healing. This is, I said to myself, the feeling that I got and my intuition, I just was like, okay, this is it. Like, this is the pinnacle, I was like, how much worse can things get, And so, like, I've been channeling, and it's pretty much, this is, the deconstruction, the tower moment, okay, that I talked about last week for this week. Okay, so, here we are, and I'm going to channel and see if we could get some answers and see if we can really figure out how we can move through this and move forward and heal through this, chaos, this problem that we're all dealing with as a collective. So I'm just going to get a new candle here. Okay, so what I want you to do first is I'm going to light the candle. Okay. And with channeling comes processing information, taking in information. And so what I want you guys to do is, before we start, I want you to sort of check in with yourself and how you're feeling. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Try to do it non-judgmentally, just sort of observe. You might be feeling anxious. You might be feeling angry, worried. Some of you might be feeling content and okay. Hopeful still, and I still feel hopeful. I don't feel anxious, and I've been reading things. I don't feel, like I want to spiral, and I've been looking at everything. I'm just sort of like, wow, okay. So just check in right now, because you'll be listening to me when I channel, and it's really all about how you process the information. But at first, I want you to check in how you feel. So let's take how about the next 10 seconds? Okay. Okay. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Blow out through your mouth like you're blowing out a bubble. So the tension could sort of lessen if you feel tense. Okay. I'm going to do the invocation. Okay, so Edgar Cayce, seer of spirit and soul, I call on your wisdom and light and truth. Guide me with clarity and compassion as I speak insight into the timelines unfolding and the deeper lessons shaping our world. May your words be clear, your presence gentle, and all that comes serves the highest good. He comes right in. Hello. He shows right up. Okay. Wow. I have a few questions I would like to ask. He said, yes, of course. You may ask your questions. Okay. I'm sure you could feel in my energy and see in my head what is currently happening, and I just wanted to reconnect. He said he was one of my spirit guides, guys, by the way. I asked him. I feel it. I feel very connected to his energy. Wow. Okay. My first question is, what major events or shifts can we expect here in our country, in the U.S., with U.S. politics? Let's say we talked about when I first channeled you, you talked about look at the next 3 months. So let's look at, what about the next 2 months? What can we see over that time? Any major events or shifts? He said, yes, you can. He said, you can expect clarity. It will be clear on what is being done, and it will be even more clear on what can be done to fix it. The most shocking event has yet to arrive, but it will begin unfolding soon in the next 2 months. He's showing me, it's so clear. It's really very clear, and it's very astounding to me. He's showing me a square with a green check in it. What is that? He said those are votes. What is that related to? He's saying it is related to the secret. I'm hearing, I don't know what this is. He's saying the secret club connection. These votes are related to. What does that mean? He's saying it is the, he said many things. He said it is the, I heard the word shadow, but he said it is what decides what goes forward in an election. He said this will be unfolding. How will it unfold? He's saying first, though, he talks so quickly. He said first there will be a news article that will shock people, and he's showing me images of people scrolling on their, of a person rather, scrolling on their computer and like putting their hand to their mouths. He said then this will spread like wildfire. He's saying it is going to be so shocking. Is it about our election? Our presidential election? Is it about other elections? Is it multiple elections? He's saying our election and multiple other elections. You know what? This has nothing to do with anything, but every time I channel him and I talk to him, he has a smoking pipe in his hand. It's very interesting. What about our election, our presidential election will be? What news? He said that something wrong was done. He's saying no one will know where this came from. It will be anonymous. He's saying no one will know. But the story will be shared, it'll be spread. Are there any other events? He said that will be the main one. He said there will be others. And he said there will be smaller events. And he's mentioning the stock market. And he's saying, he's mentioning a crash. He's saying it will crash but somehow bounce back. Many businesses will be affected. Many people will be angry because it could have been avoided. Um, okay. At that question, I feel like I don't have any other questions right there. My next question is, will the current divisions in the country lead to a major restructuring or realignment? He's saying, yes, you know. He keeps doing this with his smoking pipe. He keeps doing this. He said, yes, you know. He's saying it is the only way. He's using the term, well, not the term, the word, destruction. He said destruction comes first. Restructuring comes last. And he said chaos is in the middle. He said your realignment will come, but no time soon. He's saying, he's like insisting the chaos has to be. The chaos is, it will be here. And he what the heck word is he saying? Rabble, right? What are you saying? Rabble. Yeah, he's saying rabble rousers, like a mob, angry people. That's what I know that word it means. Routers? Rouser, rabble rouser. A person who speaks with the intention of inflaming the emotions of a crowd of people, but typically for political reasons. That's what he said. Rabble rousers. What about them? He's saying they will be on both sides. He's saying he's showing me a riot, quite honestly. He said as temperatures grow hotter, as temperatures grow hotter, so does their temperament. People will be angry. People will be crying out for justice. He said, keep in mind, this will be the next 3 months. He said violations, human rights violations, will be astounding. He said you will be safe. And he said light workers have a job to do. He's saying to any of you listening, any hardships you have been facing has been in preparation for you to do the work. Many of you are light workers. And so I call to you to prepare, to engage your spiritual side. It is most important in this moment. We have to be ready because the light has been challenged. We will prevail. It is so interesting because he answered every question I was going to ask him. Through this, I didn't even have to say the questions. He answered the majority of them. Is there a possibility of a peaceful resolution to the current polarization? Will there be a leader who will step up to not necessarily save us or to fix everything, but will there be someone to take action? He said, oh yes, that person, you know that person. He said to me, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say exactly what he said, and I'm going to give you the reason why he said this. He said, you don't have to share this yet because I know how you feel. He understands completely, and I appreciate that. I won't say what he just said exactly, but I will say, in terms of the question I just asked regarding someone stepping in, I want you guys to continue to hold the space for hope, because there is hope. Okay? And I think all the things that I just spoke of, what I was just told, very clear. The things need to unfold first before I feel ready to share what I was just told. Okay? It has I mean, oh goodness. But I'm just going to say, please continue to hold the space for hope, because we do have to walk through a fire, but on the other side of it is something great. Okay? He said, well said. Okay. He's saying, he's going back to the first phrasing of the question. He's saying there is a peaceful resolution, but he's making it sort of clear to me there's more chaos to come. Like it needs to. He's saying, he keeps using the phrase fire. Is it a literal fire? No, not a literal. No, it's not metaphorical. Fire burns. Fire, there's some destruction there. And that's what he's saying. He said, I said, will we be, I asked him this again. And he said the overall populace will be safe. He said, but you have to, that made me very emotional. He said, but you have to stand strong in your protection of the vulnerable. He said that will happen. That, is guaranteed to happen. And he said that will bring a lot of anger from those who are going after the vulnerable. What about our Supreme Court? What is the outcome of this? No, he's saying, I know this will be difficult for people. He's not saying that. He's saying, don't worry about them. He said, never fear. He said they too will learn a very valuable lesson. He said they don't realize how great of a cost. He's saying the cost will be great for them. What? Why did they rule in his favor? There are those who agree with his position within the bounds of the law. He's saying secretly there are those who want to see him, meaning DT, burn himself with his actions. He's saying they won't take the blame, but people will make the connection. Public discord will abound. He said, look for that in the next 4 months. I asked him about DT. He said he will not live long enough to see a consequence. Look for that in the next 5 months, he said. I don't, it's interesting. I'm in control, but it feels like I don't give timelines. And now I'm sitting here and timelines frighten me in the past, but now I'm sitting here saying these things. He's relaying these messages to me and it feels so confident. I just had a realization of that I'm sitting here and I feel so jacked in, I guess you could say, like connected. And he's giving me all of this, answering my questions, and I'm relaying the messages so smoothly in a way I think I never have. Like I just feel like I've tried to stray from timelines, but it feels so. The one timeline, the first one I did with him, it came true. And so, as they're not, exactly like on this day, but it feels so, I know this is sort of, for me, it's confirming that I have shifted again. And he was talking about those of you who have been going through something. I literally have been. And I think it was another upgrade, another push forward. And so now here I am with another identified spirit guide, and I'm in this space. I'm just, I know I'm going off topic, but it's just a realization I'm literally having sitting here with what he just said. Oh, man. Okay, I have 2 more questions. Or What signs or synchronicities should we watch for to know we are on the right track or the right path? He's saying the church bells or bongs. He's saying we are already on the right path. And he said, if you feel calm, then you know you're on the right path. He said, we are all going where we need to go. How can we transform fear and anger into higher vibrational energies? He's saying pray and believe. And he's saying prayer works. You know that. He said there are cleansing rituals you can do. You always must stay clear. He said try to smile more. Be realistic. Love one another. He said, try to hold a space for the darkest soul. You don't have to embrace them, but try to find something. He's talking about the quote-unquote opposition. Like MAGA, you know. That's a tall order, Edgar. He said it doesn't have to, it doesn't, you don't, he's saying it doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to be that kind of embracing of like, he's saying nice, but he's saying not that you had to have conversations with them or anything. He's saying it has to be an understanding that they too are human and they will be affected. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. What timeline potentials exist for the U.S. and how can we influence them toward the most harmonious outcome? He said, I like that question. He said, I told you this. Oh, I just had a deja vu. Literally sitting here. I dreamed this. He said, you must turn your energy to the other side. You must turn your energy into what it is you wish to see on the other side of this. I've said this. You must turn inward. You have to. It's the only way. And he keeps saying, don't be distracted. Turn inward. He said we're made of energy. Oh, he's saying something could change with a singular thought. He's saying if we all think the same thing, if we all put our energy into the same intention, your timeline can shift. And he said we have to be ready. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much, Edgar, of my spirit guide. He said you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Where are we with time? Okay. All right. I'm going to sit here for a few seconds. And that was Edgar Cayce, guys. Okay. That was a lot of information. So I will say this. I feel confident. I don't feel lost or confused. I feel very clear. I have a little headache right in the front of my forehead. We have a lot of work to do, and we're going to see a lot of chaos. Though it needs to happen, it will bring us something on the other side that we need. Okay? And so it's important to prepare, to take care. Okay? I know a lot of you feel it. I know a lot of you having your lives have changed in some way, some manner. You know? All right. Okay. All right. So let's take a few deep breaths. You could pause this video. You could before we move into, if you need a break, take a break. Okay. If you need to rewind back to hear more things again, do that. Okay. I'm going to channel Justice. I'm going to ask Justice a few questions. And okay. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what the Justice card represents. Justice. Okay. I'm going to blow this out. Okay, this is our justice card. And is this person holding scales? Yes. So you see the scales there. Right there. The scales of justice. Justice is a major card, and major tarot cards, major arcana cards have to do with long-term, big life stuff. Okay, and justice often comes up in this sitch that we're in. And considering what we are currently seeing of what's being done to justice in any form, the rights that are being violated, our constitutional rights, on a very big scale nationally, I figured it would be prudent, important to channel justice. Okay, so justice is about the concept of fairness and righteousness, and the way people are treated by the law. Okay, it could be about being vindicated as well for wrongdoing against you. It's about fairness, impartiality, okay, a moral rightness. It could be about different perspectives. Could have something to do with virtues. Okay. It could be about justice. Doing justice, getting justice. Okay. Anyway, considering what we have been seeing for the past few months and the social justice issues that we have been seeing, the human rights and social justice issues, that has been rampant in America for, it doesn't matter who's in the, well, I shouldn't say it doesn't matter. It's a very declarative statement, but it's been an issue in America for a long time. Okay. Anyway, so I figured I can channel justice and see what this energy has to say. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to do invocation. Divine Spirit of Justice, Guardian of Truth and Balance, I call upon your presence. Call upon your presence now. Illuminate what is hidden, restore what has been broken, and reveal the path of right action. May my heart remain open, my mind clear, and my spirit aligned with fairness and compassion. Guide me to embody your sacred scales in all that I see, speak, and do. Okay, what do I want to ask first? Let's see. What injustices are coming into the collective light now, and why? He said, you must realize how the play of justice works. They're saying, wow, the truths or injustices being brought to light is that your system no longer works. Though it's important to remember there are those who continue to uphold justice. Justice is absolute. My energy seeks fairness, but also the virtue of integrity. Many people will be vindicated. Many lives will be affected. But justice sought is justice won. That must not be forgotten. I am not a concept. Oof. I am not a concept. Let me just check this word out. That is, I know what the word means. I am not a concept, I am a pathogen, is what the energy said. I move from injustice to injustice, ensuring justice comes in some form. Justice is just talking, huh? Where's the balance most needed? Energy is saying, I don't even want to talk about this person. It's saying you're president. Energy is saying, first of all, this is again a sidebar, but Justice's voice is so distinctive and low-key haughty, but in a good way. Justice is saying, I have won over him many times. Justice is recognizing He has won something big, something important, but that will be his downfall, Justice said. How is justice calling to be restored in the U.S. legally, socially, spiritually? You must consider those who uphold the law, they are not lost to us. Those advocates, the top court in the land essentially gave him the permission to ignore the lower courts and ignore any injunctions, basically ignore the rights, constitutional rights, which is dangerous, which is very dangerous. And I question if it will stop there. It's saying this is his downfall. But the question is, how could this be his downfall? Well, what next? Justice is saying, do not underestimate the power of justice. They will realize they have made a grave mistake. Remember, my energy is for the long term. Justice comes in many forms. Expand your mind into what other ways justice can show up. I will show up. Not just through your laws. Remember what my energy represents. What will be a sign? What will be a sign that the cycle of this imbalance is coming to a close. I'm mentioning there will be a fire, Justice said. And Justice is the energy here is referring to a feeling from deep within that can't be contained. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. So that was Justice. Very intense energy. The energy sounded like a woman, honestly, and who spoke with authority. And when you are always challenged to look further, pull back and focus on the bigger picture. It's hard to do sometimes, but that was Justice. I hope this resonated with you. I'm going to end the video here. I will see you in the next video. If you want to wander on over there once it's uploaded. I hope you receive something out of these messages. Okay, so I will see you soon. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. If you have a good weekend, do something restorative, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.